Okay, well, let's hope this worked. Otherwise, it would be very awkward. Hello. Hello. I wanted to do some waving sprints. I thought they'd be fun. Um, not totally sure if this is working though. Yes, R. It just did not stream to the right place. And that's fine. I feel fine about that. Mm, yep, yep. I'm just gonna change the thumbnail voice though, because I don't want it to just be my face. I went through the trouble making a thumbnail. It did not save. But that's fine. I'm still live on YouTube, and that's nice. So, don't think anyone's watching. Once again, totally fine. Could use the watch time though. I'm not gonna lie about that. I am just woke up. Said it would start this at 10 a.m. for like time zone friends, and that way more people could join. Cause you know, nice. It's not too early for most people. Some of my friends on the West Coast, it's not great for them, but now let's just option sketch real quick. Put this out into the world. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How about you started with a little sprint? Uh, just a warm up. Let's see. Mm, And yeah, let's just do a warm up and read until the 15-minute mark. Okay. Uh, that was the 15-minute marker. See that someone's here. Can't left any comments. That's okay. Let me know what you've been reading, what you've been up to. I shared this live stream on the internet while this was going on. Should have some like bring guests throughout this live stream. But I also downloaded White Sands Volume 2. If I sound sad about it, that's because Volume 1 was very bad. Don't love White Sand. But actually, I don't love White Sand. I am reading it for the Cosmere Readathon. That was a fun little warm up. Great to get started. Yeah. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm not talking to myself. It basically took all the time for White Sand to like download to my tablet since I am reading it from the library and their digital services, but still nice. Yeah. Well, why don't while we get started, I'll do a little bit of a longer sprint. It's not really anyone around to talk about this. Seems so much easier with an audience, isn't it always? Let's do 30 minutes, so we'll read until the 50-minute mark. Yeah, I am going to try to finish White Sand Volume 2 today. It's not particularly long, and it's a graphic comics novel, so I don't feel like it's gonna be like. It's just difficult to read because it feels like everyone creating White Sand Volume 1 has never read a graphic novel. That's what it felt like while reading it. So I'm pretty excited to read this. I hear it gets better. Yeah. Alright, let's start the reading sprint.
Help me.
Okay, that is the 50-minute mark, and we have a friend now.
Hey, how you doing?
Pretty good. All right, so Steph, what is your channel, and what do you like to, and what are you reading now?
Ooh, great question. So my channel's Coffee Over Apples. Wait, which way am I pointing? This way to my little name. I read everything, but mostly my favorite genres are sci-fi, horror, fantasy, and nonfiction. I'm currently reading a whole bunch of things, even though I'm probably going to be doing more YouTube editing during this sprint. But I'm currently reading How to Be an Anti-Racist, which is really, really insightful and really great as an audiobook also. And then I'm also reading Gideon the Ninth. So, yay! What I'm supposed to be reading today.
Perfect. I am reading White Sands Volume 2. It is a time. Hi, Callie. Great to see you.
Hi, thanks for coming.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't picked up the White Sands yet. How are you feeling about it?
I read a lot of comics. I like comics. I think it's a wonderful art form of sequential storytelling. And I don't think anybody who has ever done them worked on these.
Oh, that's saying a lot.
It is. There's a lot wrong with it. Just even the way that they lay out the pages makes it difficult to read.
Okay.
And that's the opposite of what it should do.
Yeah. That's really interesting. Oh, now you're making, see, the thing is, I wasn't really sure if I was even gonna have the time to pick it up for our live show. So I was thinking about just not reading it because I have all these other books that I need to get through first. But I'm really curious from an artistic standpoint of someone who appreciates comic books, just analyzing the structure of it.
Yeah. So this is the standard like page. All of the panels are angled for no reason. Does not add to the story at all.
Yeah.
And I understand not wanting to use plain squares or rectangles for every page, but I don't think they've used one yet.
Oh, so there's been a certain standard set of, we're not going to use the typical boxed format, but we're not exactly going to give you visual information that justifies not using a boxed format.
Yep.
Interesting.
I don't know. You're an art teacher, right?
Yes, I am. I'm an artist.
Okay. Some of the art is okay. It's just confusing in storytelling.
Okay.
Like there's never like an establishing shot to show us the setting or where we are.
Ooh, that's big for me. I need atmosphere.
I've seen very, very few of those, if any. And that's been confusing because I have to use the context clues of the characters to figure out what's going on.
Well, that one page you just showed us, it looked a little text heavy. Are all the pages like that?
Yeah, it's a very dialogue heavy book, and I don't think Brandon Sanderson should do more comics based on these.
Ooh, interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't like dialogue heavy graphic novels and comics. Just, I feel like a lot of what is said in dialogue, you could probably show through just a panel of facial expressions, or like give us a room, show us the tension in the room.
Yeah.
You know?
Not every panel needs words.
Yeah, not every panel needs words. It really doesn't. Yeah, there's a whole array of tools for visual language that you can substitute that for. So.
Oh, Callie asked, what is it about?
Great question.
So, Steph and I are both hosts of the Cosmere Crabalon, which is a whole host of different book series written by Brandon Sanderson. These are the only graphic novels, I believe, and it is about a planet that is tidally locked, so half of the world is always in darkness, and half of the world is always in sunlight. And some of the people in the sunlight area can control sand. And they are in a politically dicey situation after most of them get assassinated.
That is more than I know. I was going in blind.
Yep. Yeah, that's more or less a good thing. It's very dense. There's a lot of reading in this comic, which I'm not against, but I feel like reading comics as like a visual form and like reading a book that's just text are two different skills.
Mm-hmm. It is two different skills. And there are, I think, there are occasions when it's probably good to incorporate the two. Like if you have a large action scene or just emotional scene where you're using visual cues and panel structure to give that information, then maybe later on you want to have a smaller section that's more like text heavy.
Yep.
But like flip between the two, just like there needs to be a balance. And that's really hard to get unless you have someone like you said, Katrina, who's experienced in creating comics.
Yeah,
I need atmosphere. That is important.
Oh wait, I just remembered I can show comments on the screen. But yeah, it's an interesting setting. I think the core of the story is pretty good.
Okay.
Pretty interesting if it were better executed. But I'm gonna read all three volumes of this anyways.
Got this.
I took them all out from the library and I could only take out so many books at once, so I'm just gonna finish them.
Nice. Do it. I believe in you. How long did it take you to get through the first one?
It took like a day. They were like 150 pages. They're not too intense. I just spent a lot of that day complaining. That's the only thing.
Totally valid.
Yeah. Feel good about that.
Yeah, I'm really behind on YouTube videos editing. So I'm trying to do that during the sprint. I'm using more of a productivity sprint, if that's okay, instead of a reading sprint.
Always okay. Yeah. I don't know if you saw it, but the other day, I have been making a lot of YouTube videos, and then the other day, someone on TikTok decided to come for one last stop because they didn't like that they were lesbians, but they were attracted to red, white, and royal blue because the guys were attractive. The straight men.
I saw, I think on Twitter, a couple people commenting on it, but I haven't seen the like original video.
It's not, I wouldn't say worth watching. It was like kind of funny to put out such a bad take. But anyways, I wrote 3 video scripts since I saw that because I've just been very mad.
Yeah, no, that's not okay. Because it sounded like there was some fetishization going on.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And it's I don't know. I'm queer. I like queer literature, but I don't do that thing where you only pick out the books of people you're attracted to, because that feels weird. Also, I'm bi, so that's just, it's every woman and then like some men.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not a big romance reader. I'm more of a reader who's like plot and then romance is secondary to get me to read it. So I probably wouldn't read Last Stop anyway, because I think that's a romance book, right?
Yeah, it's like a romance book, and then there's like a time traveling subway thing. I haven't read it yet.
Yeah. So I can't comment on that book because I don't know if I'll ever read it because it doesn't sound like it's in my wheelhouse of genres. But I mean, I'm also straight, but picking up just a book because it has someone I'm attracted to is also not something I would ever do. Like,
Yeah.
why?
It was very confusing. Just in general, like I enjoyed Red, White, and Royal Blue. I work in politics, and I liked like the campaign and the idea of a future where a woman was president. That was very nice to me when I read it. I felt very good about it. But I did not think that the first son of America and the Prince of Wales falling in love was a relatable story.
Mm-hmm.
I just thought it was cute.
So I'm curious because, again, with romance not being one of my go-to genres,
Mhm.
Red, White, and Royal Blue has not been on my. It's like it's on my radar of maybe if it comes up, I'll read it, but it's not a priority,
Yeah.
you know. But that concept of uh, the parents being like female world leaders, how prominent is that in the story? Because that probably interests me so much.
Okay, so I think you'll like it then. Well, the president, who was a woman and great, is also the president. This story takes place during her re-election campaign for her second term.
That sounds interesting.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah. If that is a major factor or a prominent factor in the story, then that sounds like something I might enjoy.
yeah, it was really nice. The family is from Texas, and they're very concerned. They really want uh, Texas to go blue, and I believe in my heart of hearts that one day it will.
One day. maybe in our lifetime.
Maybe.
That would be so interesting to see. That'll wow. One day. We're rooting. But I mean, yeah, I don't I hope that person, whoever put out that video, realizes what they said or like
I think they've like since put out an apology of like, oh, I did not examine what I said. You're right. That might have been a bit homophobic of me to say that
yeah,
you don't care about lesbians.
no.
So I don't know. I think they were like a teenager or like early
Someone
college.
who's not would ignorant be the so would someone who's ignorant be the right word?
Yeah. Maybe they have these biases about who's important in our society, didn't examine them, put out a very bad take on the internet.
Yeah.
Uh, but yeah, I don't know them. I hope they get better.
Yeah, I hope so.
They
I
are
hope they
not.
learn from this experience.
Oh. All right. Well, should we read again or edit again?
Yeah, we can. We can.
Okay. Let's see. How long do we want to go for? 5. Let's do 25 minutes, and we'll go just until the 30-minute mark for 11:30 Eastern.
Let's do it.
All right. Happy editing.
Okay, happy reading.
Oh, whoa. Okay. Let's just this. Yeah, step had to step out for a little bit, but our reading sprint is done. I have finished White Sand Volume 2, and it seems like right before the last chapter was made, they hired a new artist, and that's very interesting. Steph's just talking with her dad for the holiday for a bit, so she'll come back in a little bit. But let me know if you've been reading, how it's been going, what you read, or if you're using this as like productivity sprints. Go on and tell me what you're doing. I'd love to hear about what's going on with you. Getting a new artist is very interesting for like the middle of the comic. I mean, it happens in books change artists generally between volumes or between like set arcs, or if they're set out in like floppy single issues, you might have a different artist on each issue. But it is unusual for something that was put out as a graphic novel and not as a single issue to change artists right in the middle of it. Especially because it was only the last chapter of the second volume, which I finished, so that's nice. See, Callie is almost done with their book. Not a fast reader, so it's taking some time to get through the last chapter. What book are you reading today, Callie? Very excited. I'm also glad that you're almost finished with this book. It is always exciting to be towards the end of something. I have quite like endings, even if I'm not good at making them. Alright, just gonna write down in my reading log that I finished White Sand. Volume 2. Let's see, is by Brandon Sanderson. And who were the artists on this book? Because I like to include them as well, because artists are generally one of the major storytellers in comics. I mean, the writer does a lot, but
I'm back. Hey, sorry about that.
Oh, no worries. Parents can be important.
Oh wait, I can't hear you. Hello?
Oh,
now I can hear you. Okay, sorry.
no worries. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, Callie is reading On Juneteenth by Annette Gordon-Reed.
Ooh, that sounds important and relevant and like something that I need to add to my TBR because I really don't know enough about it. Like I know what it's about and like the foundational things, but I would love to do a deep dive into the history.
Yeah, it would definitely be interesting to see like a little bit more, because I know about like the origins of white people forgetting to tell people they were free, and that whole
Which
thing
is bonkers. Like it's just so ridiculous. But yeah.
But like it's also nice to see like now it's becoming a federal holiday, which is at times controversial, but like I'd love to see how it like persevered through the 150 years where it wasn't widely regarded as a holiday.
Mm-hmm.
And was just like this thing in Texas.
Right. I agree. I also find it, I don't know if you feel the same way. The fact that we're still celebrating Columbus Day really bothers me. Like,
it's just he wasn't even the first person to find it.
He didn't find anything. It's so frustrating. Okay. Like the fact that now both these holidays exist in the same calendar year is so mind-boggling.
Yeah.
Okay, we've taken one step in the right direction at least. So
yeah,
celebrate that.
That is good. It's like a little confusing that we still have like some holidays, but it's good.
Yeah.
Oh, Juneteenth is about a woman who was one of the first Black children integrated into a white school.
Oh, what was her name? Oh goodness, I know this. She was in elementary school, right? I think.
I think you're thinking of Ruby Bridges.
I probably am. I'm thinking of Ruby Bridges. Is that not the same person?
I don't know. It says one of the first Black children. So.
One of. That's true.
Although Ruby Bridges also very cool and like my parents' age, which I think about sometimes. That's a little weird.
That puts things into so much perspective.
Yeah.
It was not that long ago.
Not at all.
It wasn't. It really wasn't. But how did your reading go?
Pretty good. I finished volume 2.
Yay!
The art style changed on the last chapter for some reason.
Huh?
Yeah.
I know that someone mentioned that they do switch artists at some point, but like in the same volume it switches artists?
Yeah. I guess it's definitely an entirely different like style. And that was confusing. Like it was at like a chapter break when things switched up, but it was still a little bit weird given that I think these were published as whole volumes, not like individual single issues.
Yeah, that's really weird and unheard of.
Yeah.
Because I've seen artist switches before in series, but it's usually like at a, what do you call it? At a, like a break between seasons.
Yeah.
You know, or something like, but in the same volume, that's really strange.
Mm-hmm.
And Callie says, no, it's not the same person for sure. Okay. 2 totally different people. Also, then I want to read that even more because then I don't know anything about this other person.
Yeah.
So that is fascinating.
I love reading books.
Me too.
Yeah.
Almost everything I've consumed this month has been audiobook, so.
It's just been really exciting because for the past few months with Mistborn and Warbreaker and everything being so long, I've only been able to read 1 or 2 books a month because they're 700 pages for some reason.
Yeah.
But now we just have these short little comics in the morning, and I can read other books.
Yay! Yay for breaks. But I've loved everything we've read so far, and I still regret not being able to join you guys for Elantris and get the full scope of Cosmere, you know?
Yeah, Elantris was a good one. I think, it was good. I liked that one. I liked the third Mistborn book because there was an ending, and that felt good.
It was so good. It was so good.
And I just liked Warbreaker because there were a lot of colors, and it was fun to imagine.
I loved Warbreaker too. That was so fun.
Solid.
I'm looking forward to next month's Era 2.
Yeah, I think it's something of a Western, which will be interesting.
Yes. I actually really like Westerns. Um, I'm a sucker for old cliche Westerns.
I can't say I've read a lot of Westerns or like watched it on TV since I was maybe pretty little, and they were like cartoon versions of Westerns,
Hmm.
which are very different from the adult versions, it
Oh,
seems.
very different. Totally different. Yeah, no, I grew up watching with my dad old Western movies that they're not all great. It's totally for just the vibes and the clichéness and the ridiculousness, but it's still a lot of fun.
I know. And I can't wait for like 30 years from now when we talk about the genre of superhero films and how like weird and outdated it is.
Oh gosh, is
So
it ever going to become outdated? I
I
wonder.
feel like the idea of superheroes, even though they exist in like multiple cultures, the way we do it is so uniquely American
That's
and so
true.
uniquely of this time that I think in like 40 years we're just going to be into something else. And I'll be like, oh yeah, no, one or two will still come out every year, but it's not like the only movies.
Mm-hmm. What was the last superhero movie I watched? I don't remember. It might have been the last Avengers movie that was that 2019.
Yeah, I think that one was in 2019. That was a time. Yeah,
Yeah.
2019, going outside, places, being with people.
It's normal.
Uh,
Those were the times.
yeah. I went to a restaurant to dine in for the first time last week, and I was like,
Wow.
I guess I'll just tip 40% because I feel bad about this.
Aw.
Also, it's pretty good food. I mean, granted, we went to like TGI Fridays, which is a huge chain, but it was just nice.
It's just nice to be in a table and like interacting with the environment. I totally know what you mean.
I loved not cooking. That was great.
Yes. No, that is one positive that's come out of this whole past year and a half now is just the amount of recipes that I now have in my repertoire. It's
Solid.
great.
I'm happy to hear that. Kelly says it'd definitely be interesting. They seem so popular now. It'd be weird to be an old person like back in my day.
Back in my day when we had Spider-Man, the third reboot.
Well, only three. There were only three Spider-Men back then. Now you got like 12.
Yeah.
Oh, the future.
That's really funny. That's going to be so strange to say.
Oh, I genuinely can't wait. I love the good old days. I mean, mine are now, but I love them so much. The idea. Back in my day,
Back in my day.
the tide only rose this far, and there were buildings on the beach. It was amazing. Can't wait.
I can't wait for the future.
Yeah, I hope it's good.
I hope so too.
So worried that it won't be.
I just want to know what, like, if I make it to 2200, if I make it to the new century, I will be so satisfied. I just want to see what the world looks like.
And I feel like we got a pretty good chance. We'll only be like around 100. Not too.
I'll be over 100.
Yeah.
But it's possible.
Yeah, but not by too much.
Not by too much. I'll only be like 109?
Sure.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I've seen people live longer than that, right? What's like the oldest person that's ever lived? Like 115 or something?
Yeah. It's well within the realm of possibility, and
In
that's
the
all.
possibilities.
I just want to be an old person taking a trip to the moon for my birthday. That's all.
Yes. Yes. Ultimate birthday.
I just gaze upon the earth, nice bottle of champagne that I'll eventually learn to appreciate in my years. It'll be great.
hmm I agree. That is one thing that I really want to happen in my lifetime is commercial space flight. So I can just be in space and just see and exist. And then I can die. And then I'll be satisfied. And it'll be great. It'll be fine. I'll have lived my dream.
Yeah. That'd be nice. I would like it.
We still haven't talked about that creepy voice that came through the mic earlier.
Yeah. So it shouldn't surprise anyone, but I work for a nonprofit and am poor. So I have YouTube, not premium. And there was an ad about reporting child abuse and neglect. And it starts with this little girl saying that they need your help, which is so emotionally manipulative.
It's so emotional. But the way that she said it, though, because, I have, I guess me and you were reading and doing other things. We weren't looking at the screen. And all of a sudden, you hear a little kid go, "Help me." And I was just like,
Oh, there are no kids in my household.
There's no kids here either. I'm the only one here.
Yep.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
So creepy.
I'm just like, I don't want to hear a ghost child say that they need my help. I can't do anything for them. Oh. So scary.
Kelly was terrified. Oh, I feel so bad. It's okay. I don't have YouTube Premium either.
Yeah. We were all scared, and I was not aware that the ASMR video of the Hobbit Hole had an ad in the middle, because ASMR videos should not have ads in the middle. They should have one at the beginning and maybe one at the end, because they still have to make money. Oh.
Or maybe like a warning in the beginning that like there will be commercials towards a 50% mark or something. Like, I don't know.
That'd be fine.
That breaks the ASMR mood.
Right.
Oh gosh.
Like, I don't feel like I'm asking for too much.
I don't think so. Especially because it serves a specific purpose.
Yeah. Oh,
that's so funny. Okay.
How's your video editing going?
It's going. I'm almost done compiling all the footage, and then I'm gonna go in and add like the little quirky, details, little extra stuff. I'm thinking about posting it. I haven't posted a video in over a week and a half, and I feel kind of bad. And my usual posting schedule is either Wednesdays and Saturdays, but since it's been so long, I'm thinking about just dropping it today or tomorrow, maybe.
No.
Not sure.
I mean, I think we'll all be okay if you wait until Wednesday and give yourself some more time to make the next video.
That's true too. Could just do that. That's true too.
Yeah, it's an option. Both are good.
That's true. I usually just feel bad, like not saying like, "Hey, I'm gonna stick to the schedule," and then totally not sticking to the schedule.
Oh yeah, my schedule officially is Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but I've accepted that that's a lie. It works out really well in January and February. I get a boost in July because that's when my birthday is, and I recommit to my goals. And then the rest of the year, it is not existent. I try so hard, and it does not work.
That's okay.
Yeah. happy almost birthday,
Oh,
Callie.
that's right. Happy birthday. Coming. Let us know if you have any birthday plans.
Ooh, yeah. I don't know. I feel like I want to do something for my birthday this year, but only like some of my family is like fully vaccinated because some of them are not old enough yet, and some of my friends are like immunocompromised. I'm like, well, I can't do something with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to do it without them or nothing. I don't know. Probably just gonna eat ice cream.
Ice cream is good. I love ice cream. I'm lactose intolerant though, so it has to be vegan ice cream. Can be really delicious depending on how it's made.
Oh yeah, I've had some good lactose free ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked one. I tried. I used to work in an ice cream parlor, so I've tried a lot of various things. But my favorite was a chocolate made with coconut milk. Just delicious.
Mm-hmm.
You got a nice flavor profile with both things.
Oh,
It's not overpowering.
that sounds really good.
Yeah, right now I'm thinking I'm going to visit every ice cream shop in my city this summer. Just for like, it'd be nice to support local businesses.
Yes.
And it'll be hot. It's so hot. It's not even the hottest part of the summer, and it's already like I'm sweating and my air conditioning is on, and I hate it so much.
I agree. I've turned on my air conditioning pretty early this year.
Yeah.
Which is totally out of the norm. I think I had to start putting it on someday in like beginning of April, which usually it's pretty cool because that's supposed to be the rainy season here. But it was like almost 100 degrees Fahrenheit beginning of April. I'm like, whoa, winter literally just ended. What is happening?
We gotta calm down.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think at the hottest that's gotten here so far is like mid 90s. But it's usually worse in like mid July is when it's hottest here. And I am not looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I just wanna drink some water and for the world to be 65 degrees Fahrenheit with a nice cloudy overcast sky and a slight breeze all of the time.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
And no one lives like that.
Nope. But that's the dream in our head. That's what it is all the time.
Oh yeah. just the right level of shady. Like you put sunscreen on, not because you really need it or think you're gonna burn, but just in case.
Yeah.
And I have the fantasy of a world that will never exist. Oh, hi, Summer. Thank you. Please join me in this fantasy of what I want the world to look like.
Yes. So I might have time for one more short sprint before I gotta go.
Okay.
We'll do another one. I'm not sure. How long are you planning on sprinting today?
I'm going until 2 p.m. Eastern, and Max is going to join me when he's done with work.
Okay. Yeah, I have another book club meeting this afternoon, and I kind of want to break for lunch before that starts. So I'll jump
Good
off.
plan. Good plan. All right. When do you want to go until?
How long were we doing before? Was that 30 minutes?
I think it was like 30 minutes.
Okay. Yeah, you want to do another 30 minutes?
Yeah, let's go until, let's see, it'll be 12:25 Eastern. And, all right, let's go read some books or edit some videos.
Woo.
And we'll see you soon. Okay, we are at the 25-minute mark. That's the end of our reading sprint. And we have a new friend.
Hey.
Max has joined us. Max, do you want to introduce yourself? What books do you normally read on your channel and what you're reading today?
I was muted. I am Max from Max Reads. Read sci-fi, fantasy, horror, YA, non-fiction, anything I want. Do single book reviews, and today I am reading an advanced copy I got sent of The Iron Crown by Lauren McRae.
Nice.
Very exciting.
The cover is very pretty, so I like
It
that.
is very pretty. It's a good color scheme.
I like it. It's an adult fantasy?
It's like a YA borderline adult fantasy. Like it could be either, I think.
Is it more what's the word? New adult?
Yeah. It's probably I'd put it in the new adult box.
Oh, thanks, Summer. I'm happy they're ambient sprints too. I like the little extra noise of the Hobbit hole.
I wasn't expecting the bird song. I had my headphones in, and then I heard it like really close. I was like,
No, you missed it, Max. You missed it about an hour or two ago, right, Katrina?
Mhm.
With the scary commercial that popped on.
The YouTube video had an ad, and it was a very emotionally manipulative ad warning us to call child services if we suspect a child is being abused. Good cause, very scary thing to pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, especially because, Katrina's reading and I'm like on a different screen. So all of a sudden you hear out of nowhere, help me. And we're just like,
oh my God.
what the hell?
It's like some horror movie.
So scary.
We just looked at each other like, what?
I think if I genuinely heard that on the stream, like right in my ear, like, help me, I think my brain would just be like, well, this is how I died. It's all over. Sorry. See you later. It's been real.
And speaking of mysterious voices, Summer has read 53 pages of Cemetery Boys,
Smashing it.
which is about ghosts. So that's fun.
Yes. Hi, lovable reader. Welcome.
Love having so many people here. It's great.
Yay.
Oh, and Callie has an opinion on Cemetery Boys.
Yay. I also love it.
Ugh.
I haven't read it yet, but it's on my 3-mile long TBR.
I gotta say, just because Max is here and we're having our live show for this next weekend, I started this last night.
Okay.
I'm very confused.
Okay. How far in are you?
40 pages?
Okay.
And
if you're still confused at 100 pages, then I'll start to get worried.
Okay. I don't know if it's just me and where my brain is at right now, but nothing that's happening is registering. So I'm gonna try.
You've got a week to digest it.
Okay.
I believe in you. I don't know what book it is, but I believe in you.
Oh, Gideon the Ninth. It's known as Lesbian Necromancers in Space. Sounds amazing.
It ticks all the boxes.
It sounds like everything good in one place.
It does sound like it'd be a little confusing in the beginning, though.
So we shall see. But I gotta head out in probably like 15 minutes because I have another live stream book club to join. So you guys here a little bit and then head out.
Sounds good. We can just chat and talk amongst yourselves until it's time for you to head out, and then we'll start another reading sprint.
What are you reading, Katrina?
I am reading White Sands. I finished Volume 2. I've started Volume 3. The art in Volume 3 is better, but the parts where the story is constructed is still not very good.
Okay. What's the overall vibe? Give it a vibe out of 10.
It's I'd say it's a solid like average like 4 or 5 out of 10. Yeah, it's not good. It could be good. It could be good, but it's just a very dialogue heavy comic that isn't doing a lot of like the visual storytelling work, which is not what you want out of a comic.
Yeah. You want pretty pictures, right?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Give me some scenery. Give me some nice. No, actually, that's it. I would just really like some scenery. That's my biggest.
That's the number one thing as a comic book.
Yes.
It's like the first thing you do is establish the setting.
If you're just going to put words in it, you might as well write a novel.
Yeah.
He could have. He has written so many.
He could do it in like a week. There's no problem here.
Yeah.
Literally. That's not even an exaggeration.
It's interesting. It has a very strong concept that I believe. I fully believe Brandon Sanderson wrote this like good concept that gets overcomplicated with too many characters messing around in each other's affairs, and it's something.
It's kind of what
I'm a bit anxious to get around to it, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, because I started volume 2 today and finished it, and I'm like halfway through volume 3. So it's not a lot of time, which is nice. It's just sometimes frustrating to read.
Okay. Well, at least you're not wasting like too much of your life on it.
Right. I spent so long reading Elantris, and it was fine. I liked it. But it was a big time investment for me.
I feel like most of his books are a big time investment.
Yeah.
But so far they've paid off up until now. So
still got to read Elantris stuff.
Yeah, I know. One regret that I have.
It's okay. You'll get there.
Eventually.
Just like
the Era 2 books are quite short though, right?
They are. That's why we're reading 2, I think, next month, right? Because each one's like under 300 pages or something.
That's so manageable. I can do that.
Normal books. Wow.
I always say I'm not going to wait until the last week.
It always happens.
And then I don't.
Totally fine. No, I tried doing that with Hero of Ages just because my hold from the library came in massively early. Mm-hmm. So I read it like 3 weeks before the live show. By the time the live show came, I completely forgot everything except how I felt.
Just the vibe.
Yeah.
Level Reed is reading The Way of Kings and has a love-hate relationship with the book. Fair.
Okay. I'm stressed to get to Stormlight Archive because I know it's going to be like half of my year just gone just doing that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm curious why you have a love-hate relationship with it.
Don't spoil it for us though. No spoilers, please.
Me and Max haven't read it still.
I've gone blind into every single Sanderson book so far, and I really want to keep that going.
Same.
Yeah.
Same. Yeah, but I don't read White Sands, so.
Yeah. I don't think I'm going to pick White Sands up this month.
I think that's fine.
I can make it to the live show just to hang out with you guys. That's true.
Yeah, it's not compulsory reading for this month's live show, is it?
Yeah.
There's not a ton to discuss as I finish this series. It is it doesn't seem to affect any of the other stories we've heard.
Okay. Is it set in any of the worlds we've encountered so far?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay, right. So it's a separate thing.
just its own separate thing.
Got
Not. I think the whole story takes place over like a couple of weeks,
it. Okay.
and there's not too much. So I think like a quick Cosmere check-in is gonna be fine.
Okay. I'll fully just let everybody else spoil it for me in the live show and tell me what it's all about.
Yeah, I'm kind of.
I'm
in the
not
same
too fussed about it.
Yeah.
So
the
you
magic
can
is
give us
sand.
the lowdown, Katrina.
Yeah, that's it. That's about it. The magic is controlling sand. There's a desert. There's some politics thrown in there. You know, the
Standard
standard.
Sanderson.
Yeah.
Whoa, Whoa, I'm sorry. Okay, wait. I was working. So during the sprint, I was doing some editing on Photoshop for my video, and I just found out that the new Photoshop, I can make GIFs.
Oh my god. Production value is about to go through the roof.
Yes. I don't know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna figure it out. This is good.
I'm excited.
Oh, that's so
I'm definitely excited for you to be making
Now
this.
would be SpongeBob.
Ooh, lovable readers kept putting down The Way of Kings. And I can't do that with books.
Me neither. I can't step away and come back now. I have to see it through.
I gotta restart it if I put a book down because I don't remember anybody's names or their jobs. Even getting from Mistborn book 1 to book 2 was really a struggle for me.
Right?
There are too many medals.
There's a lot. It would have been nice to have, I mean, maybe this isn't in another volume, but it definitely wasn't in mine, some sort of like graphic organizer in the front of all the medals and their function just as a
Oh, I had that in the back. It must be a UK edition thing there.
okay, yeah, I didn't have that in my version.
The third book that I got from the library had it.
Hmm.
And I guess that was helpful. There was a lot in the third book.
Oh, I can't see new comments. I'm not sure. My screen's kind of freezing.
Oh.
It's probably because I have a million things open.
It's okay.
Okay.
There's so much reading to do this week. It's disgusting.
Understatement of the century.
I've got to read 500 pages before I can start Gideon.
500 pages.
So this is like fat.
Uh-huh.
And then I'm only like I'm that far in.
Ooh.
So I got to finish that and then read Gideon, and then I can do what I want.
And this is $4.90. So 1,000 in a week. I think you can do it.
Yeah, just gotta not sleep.
I have faith in you.
Drink a lot of coffee.
Attend a lot of reading sprints.
Reading sprints are gonna save my life this week.
Yeah. I will be hopefully doing some sprints in the studio at some point this week.
Cool.
But I kind of announced them last minute because I never know what my schedule is, but I'll keep you posted.
It's always exciting. I want to do more reading sprints. These are technically the first one I've hosted ever.
Really?
Yeah, I've done like other live stuff for like celebrating like YouTube anniversaries and things, but it just seemed like a lot of work.
I guess it depends on your mood too, because like sometimes you just want to be in silence and by yourself.
Yeah.
That's totally valid.
Yeah. And I watch other people's. I love that. It's just seemed like a lot.
Yeah.
But
But
Maybe
sometimes
one of these days I'll make money from YouTube again. I just need like 400 more people to like me as a person.
everyone go subscribe to Katrina now.
Just need to get one of those, like a really juicy sponsorship.
Oh yeah.
That's the dream.
I would love to be sponsored by a mattress company because I need a new bed. That's it. That's all I want.
Nice.
That
Valid.
would be great. That would be great. That'd be so nice. Actually,
I'd like
the
to be.
whole, the what's it called? That's starting soon. The sci-fi thing. I can never get the acronym right.
Oh, it's like SPBBFPPF or something.
SPSFC. That's what it's called.
Okay.
I'm never gonna forget this. I mean, I'm never gonna remember this. The science fiction fantasy competition is starting at the end of the month, and we just kind of got our schedule that it goes on until the end of 2022.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a really long.
That's a huge commitment.
It's a huge commitment. Like I thought it was just for this year, but it actually goes well into next year.
Awesome.
Which is pretty awesome.
Makes me wish I had a Kindle.
Yeah, you need a Kindle.
I need to get one. I really need to get
You gotta get a Kindle. It's life-changing. I keep it on night mode just because it's kind of easier on the eyes. But I'm really debating whether I'm even going to be able to do TBR videos anymore, just because of how much, sci-fi I'm going to be reading. But we should see. Really
You're just going to become like a full sci-fi channel.
probably. I think I see that happening.
That'll be
It'll
fine.
be great. I'm not going to complain. It's awesome.
Yeah. I'm glad, seeing in the comments that everybody likes these reading sprints. I'm going to keep doing them.
Yes. I love reading sprints. Gives it a little extra push of motivation,
Yeah. I wouldn't have finished these books. I know me.
I'm going to be trying to do a lot more art sprints on my channel too, if you guys want to come hang out.
That's cool.
Just productivity sprints, but like I'm going to be in the studio a lot by myself. So if anyone wants to join me.
I'm happy to keep you company anytime.
Yay.
I can't wait to see the variety in productivity. With like somebody typing, like somebody writing a review, somebody reading a book, and then Steph fully just like welding or like with a chainsaw or something like that.
Yeah, actually, I think I'm gonna try to go tonight because I need to use the drill. I need to cut some. What am I cutting? My brain's going. I'm tired. I need to go to the metalsmithing studio tonight. Probably. I need to cut some wood panels too. So maybe
Awesome.
I'll go live if anyone's awake later on tonight.
You should
Well,
get
Max has a
some
sleep.
metal shop. Yeah, pretty much, Katrina. I never sleep. You should get some metalworking B-roll
Oh, yes. That's a great
for,
idea.
for your vlogs.
I did get a lot of B-roll for the vlog I'm working on right now because I just did my first major like abstract painting using really strange materials. I don't know if you guys saw on my Instagram, but it came out. I'm not allowed to curse here, am I?
I don't care.
It's a free world.
Fucking awesome. It's great. Wait, do I have a picture? I don't have a close-up picture, but this is like a detail shot.
Oh, it's cool.
And it's huge. It's like 5 feet by 3 feet.
Damn.
So
That is very large.
I'm so excited.
Where are you storing all of this stuff?
So the crazy cool thing is that here for the summer, while I'm in my dorm, we have full access to every studio on campus.
Oh, that's wicked. That's cool.
So we can get as many studios as we want. So I have a studio in the graduates building, in the master's building. That's just for like the master's graduate students. But then I also have a studio space in the welding and sculpture studio space. And I might get one more in like the fabric and sewing space too. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, it's awesome. I don't know how I'm gonna fit it in my car, but we'll figure it out when it's time to go home.
You know, if you need to get like a little U-Haul trailer, you'll figure it out.
I might do that. I mean, I drive a truck, so I might be able to just strap some stuff in the back, but we'll see.
You're going to need like a full metal shipping container, something like that.
I have a feeling. I'm building a giant cocoon right now, so I might need to do that, which I gotta go work on later.
A giant cocoon?
I am. And a giant
Is this for you to sleep in and then come out with massive wings?
No, I wish it was. Actually, should I explain it? Is this the right place? Is the right time? Should I save it for later? I don't know. Do you guys care? Should I explain the meaning behind it?
Yeah, I want to hear. Tell me about it.
Oh wait, you're freezing. Are you there?
I am here.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what happened.
So essentially, I'm building a giant spider's web that is made out of the documents that you need in order to become an American citizen.
Ooh.
And the cocoon, I'm building life size, and it's all going to be hanging in a corner ceiling, kind of like, a giant spider put it there. But the cocoon is made out of a fabric print that I got that has the American flag on it. And then I'm doing some molding this week, hopefully, to cast my hands like a human hand is breaking out of the cocoon. And it's kind of my experience being a Hispanic or Latinx American person going through the immigration process, and kind of like, when do you work through this web to become American enough to call yourself a citizen after years and years of paperwork and thousands of dollars? So it's a human-sized cocoon. That is what I'm building. So,
yeah, that's so many things.
It is a lot of things. I have a lot of work to do.
I like the concept.
Thanks.
It's ambitious.
Thanks. I'm working on it. Good thing I already know how to do soldering and stuff, so I just need to I've never done casting before.
What are you casting in?
My hands?
No, I mean, are you using like agar, or what are you casting in?
So I was going to do plaster, but that might be too delicate, so I might go with silicone.
Okay, that's cool.
Not sure yet. Yeah. So that is the plan.
I've done some resin casting before, but resin is so expensive.
Yeah, it is. And I'm on a budget. So figure that out later. I gotta go in a minute, guys, because I have to go to my book club meeting. So
have fun.
Thanks. It was nice hanging out with you guys.
You too.
Thanks, Katrina. I'll see you guys. I guess I'll see you guys next weekend.
That's true.
Yeah. Let us know if you do any more sprints.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely will be.
Well done.
Bye.
Alrighty. Let's do
just the two of us.
Reading sprint. How long do you want to go for, Max?
Let's go till 15:15.
Sounds good. Good 25 minutes or so. So we'll do that. And I will set us all up. Let's get reading.
Good luck, everyone.
Okay.
Back in the room.
All done. How did your reading go?
Not too bad. I got about 30 to 40 pages done, which I'm pleased with. How about you?
Nice. I am it's about 30 pages, and I'm so close. I have like 10 more pages left of this book.
You can do
And
it.
then I can read something better.
Yes.
That is the goal.
What's next on the reading list then?
I have Darius the Great is Not Okay. Next up from the library. I don't know anything about it. Somebody recommended it for the Queer Lit Readathon,
Nice.
which is over now, and I didn't get to it. But I think it's young adult fiction.
Readathons never have to be over. You just have to keep believing and power through.
You know, it's okay if the readathon is just you.
Exactly.
It's been nice. I'm very excited. I would say these are probably my least favorite Cosmere books so far.
Okay. Interesting. Are you going to check out the other graphic novel that came out this year, Dark Ones?
Maybe after like the readathon's done, I'll like catch up on other things. But
it was pretty good, you know. It was pretty good.
Yeah. Right now, I'm just prioritizing what Bree and Casey have assigned me.
Yeah, the compulsory reading first.
Yeah. And anything else will just be fun things to do.
Cherry on top.
Yeah. It'll be great. How is your book going?
It's going. It's not too bad. I always struggle with stuff that is young adult or new adult because I can clearly see a difference in writing style, and I think getting into Sanderson this year has sort of raised my expectations and raised my bar for fantasy lit.
Mm-hmm.
And I never read much fantasy before this year at all, so this is all very new to me. So I think I'm having to try and appreciate the world build while kind of glossing over the style, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, I've never really been a big fantasy reader. I mean, I guess I was in like middle school and high school, and then it just got really busy with assigned reading in college.
It's just
kind of fell off.
It's just how life goes.
Yeah. So I wasn't exactly reading adult fantasies back then.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. I've gotten into a lot of new genres this year that I really starting to enjoy fantasy and sci-fi more. And it's just nice. Plus everyone on like BookTube is so nice that you want to read their favorite books.
Everyone's like really, really gently slapping you with like 20 books all the time. That's how BookTube works.
That's exactly how it works, but sometimes like 10 of them all slap you with the same book and you're like, I guess.
Well, then you have to, yeah. There's no excuse.
Yeah. Then it's just an agreement.
See, as a kid, my reading was like horror, 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 until I got to like 16, 17, and then it was like sci-fi, 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 sci-fi. So it's like slowly getting more into fantasy now. It's cool. It's cool having people to give you recommends and tell you the best stuff to read, and
Yeah.
filter out the books that are poop.
That's always nice because nobody is really like making videos about books they hate. It's too much effort.
You say that, but I do come across a lot of channels that sort of build their fan base around ranting. And it's like, I just want to infect other people with the enthusiasm.
And I understand that. It's not like a bad way to build an audience. It's just, I don't know. I don't think I could be angry all the time.
Yeah, it must be exhausting.
Right? Ooh, Summer got back to us. Read another 40 pages of Cemetery Boys. Excellent.
Blasting through that book.
Oh. And it's such an easy one to get through. It's great. It's got a little bit of everything. A little bit of romance, a little bit of supernatural stuff, a little bit of horror, but just a touch. And it's all compiled together so lovingly and kindly.
How is it called? How is it called Cemetery Boys, and it only has a touch of horror?
Well, I mean, one of them lives in a cemetery, and one is a ghost.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
Yeah, it's not meant. Some of it is meant to horrify you, like towards the climax. But a lot of it's like a mystery of how did this boy die?
Okay.
And it's just a little bit unknown. He's got a lot of really great things in it. You know, that's always fun.
Cemetery Boys sounds like the title of a song that I would have listened to back in my emo days.
Doesn't it?
Sounds absolutely like it could have been an MCR song. 100%.
Could have been. See, I'm feeling like maybe like a Paramore song that's like a little bit upbeat, but like still very sad. I can see that Summer. Like
people love to hate stuff. It's fine.
Yeah. Like I've definitely like given books bad reviews. But like usually when it gets to that point, they're just people who are thinking about reading the book and then maybe decide not to. I feel like some people go a lot.
I feel like even if I really hate a book, sometimes I'm like, I thought this sucked, but I really think you should give it a try because I'd like to know your opinion. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, I could see that. Because a lot of the times when I dislike a book, it's just that I can acknowledge that like this book just wasn't for me.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like so important to be able to do that.
Yeah, like I like happy endings. I like endings. Cosmere's been very difficult for me.
I can imagine.
I enjoy reading a book and then feeling like hopeful, like the whole world maybe isn't garbage. And,
okay.
Yeah. And that's not every story.
You know what you like. You know what you like, and that is okay.
Yeah. And that includes like a lot of those are very broad categories of books. You know? You get a little fantasy, sci-fi, young adult. Throw in a little bit of nonfiction so you can learn how to make the world a better place while you're doing it. It's all great.
100%.
I should make more videos. Just in general.
I've fallen really behind the last couple of weeks, but I've got some planned videos. So it should be all right for the next month, I think.
Yeah, I planned a couple videos now because I got really busy at work. So I published a video yesterday that I filmed in May, about things that I got in April. And that's
Okay.
just where I am now.
Listen, we're still in the first half of the year. That's absolutely fine.
Yeah, the world can be chaotic. End of sentence. And that's
You just gotta roll with it.
with my job. I know when my busy times will be, luckily, because it's based around elections. And they announce when those are so far ahead in advance. So
That must be
good.
kind of nice, though, to have like a structure.
It is. I know pretty much every year, like from mid-October to early November, I'm just going to be working. I'm not going to be making like a lot of social plans. I'm probably going to like go trick-or-treating with my brother one last time this year, and then that's it. That's all I got going on for those whole few weeks.
At least the rest of the year, comparatively, is calm.
Yeah. Like those are really bad. Right around the primaries are always bad. But like the rest of the time, I'm just going, hey, maybe the world could be better. And here's how you could help. And then people do it. It's wild. It is nice to not have that be all of my work, but just be a time when I'm busy.
At least you can plan for it.
Right? I feel like sometimes some of my jobs, when we were busy, was just always a surprise. This is very steady. I know exactly when I'll be busy, and it's like 4 months from now. I think we have time. I'm gonna go until 2 p.m. So that's another half hour. So we have time for like one more short sprint if we want to do that, and then we can like wrap up and chat some more.
Yeah. Well, I'll join you for this sprint, and then afterwards I'm gonna hop off. So came straight in from work and like jumped on the camera.
That's perfect. I think this is gonna be my last sprint too. So let's
Cool.
let's go until the 50-minute mark.
Sounds
Everyone,
good to me.
and then we'll come back. We'll not that button.
This is like the power sprint where we try and smash out as many pages in the last sprint as we can.
Yep. It's gonna be great. We're gonna read so many books. We're gonna
be so productive.
We're gonna finish books even. Who?
Hell yeah! I think your camera's messing up.
Uh-oh. I may have frozen for a bit.
Oh, you did. You're back.
Okay, great. All right, let's start some reading.
Let's go.
Oh, looks like we are back. We just do.
Did you get much done? Did you finish your last 10 pages?
I finished the last 10 pages, and now I never have to read White Sand again.
Woo!
I might read Mistborn again in the future. I might even read Warbreaker again, but I will never read White Sand again. It's a beautiful time.
You're finally free.
And it's great. And it's like a whole week before the live show, too. That's the best it's ever been for me. Oh, exciting. How did your reading go?
A bit slower this time. I only got 20 pages done. But I feel like I'm enough into the book that I'm invested now.
Good. So much easier to get through them when you're invested.
Definitely.
Oh, looks like we lost our last viewers during the last sprint. I mean,
think some people dipped out. You were going for a while though. Nearly 4 hours you've been here.
Yeah, just about 4 hours, which has been nice. A couple of people have joined in and out throughout the thing, and that's nice.
It's the best thing you can hope for, I think. In and outs. You can't expect them to stick around all day.
Yeah. I would say for the first time doing reading sprints on this channel, very successful.
First video, that was pretty good.
Yeah. And I think I'll do this more often because it was nice. It's just nice reading with people, but not having the pressure of talking to them all of the time.
Exactly. It's nice being around people when you can mute them.
It's the ideal situation.
What more could you possibly want?
That's what I love about the internet. I never have to invite people I don't like to my parties. And if they show up, I can block them.
Magical.
Just, what a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive. We live in the future. Everything's chrome.
So exciting. Yeah, what is your book about now that you're like further into it?
So, all that's happened so far is this guy has woken up in the middle of the woods, and he's got no memory of how he got there. And the woods has there's a spirit manifestation of the spirit of the forest. There's some kind of forest dragon that was taunting him and nearly cursed him. And he's been found by these two women that work in a nearby inn. And one of them is the daughter of a king from far away who's just got the news her dad is dead. So she's gone back to the mainland and decided to take this memoryless boy with her to see if she can find somebody that knows him. So it's definitely a story. It's not like a book that's doing nothing. It's got some things going for it.
It's good. It sounds like a classic amnesia story, but with a dragon. And more books should have dragons.
This is book 1 of the Dragon Spirit series, so there's more coming. There's dragons on the horizon.
That's very exciting. That's like my number one complaint about most books. Not enough dragons.
Not enough dragons. Have you read the Naomi Novik series, the Temeraire series?
I have not yet. It's on my list, but it's
really good. It's really cool.
Yeah, I'll get to it eventually. Right now, all I'm trying to do is make like the list of books I've read as an adult longer than the list of books I want to read. And I'm just trying to desperately
chisel down. Okay. So it's doable.
I've done it. And then I watched a bunch of booktube videos, and then I didn't do it anymore.
And then you freaking messed up.
Yeah, for like 3 days, I had read more books than I wanted to read.
Okay.
And it was a good 3 days. I felt so accomplished.
Just seize those odd days when you can. I'm desperately trying to like chisel down my physical TBR, which at the moment is a pile of about 110 books in the corner of my office.
Oof.
So I need to slowly slam my way through that.
Yeah. Right now, my rule for buying books is because I've like moved a lot over the past few years, I'm only buying books that I've already read from the library and want to reread.
Okay, that's a good system.
Yeah, because I don't. First of all, it's much cheaper. I love that. I am broke, and if I paid for books,
Mood.
I would no longer have housing.
Yeah, the only reason I can buy any books at all is my staff discount at work. That's literally it. But my rule at the moment is that when I've read 2 books that I've been putting off for ages, I'm allowed to buy a new one.
Ooh, that's a very manageable system, and has a good.
It means it's slowly getting chiseled away.
Oh yeah, and that's the dream. Yeah, that's very nice. And I'm also pretty lucky because I have a spouse who buys books independently of me, who also has pretty good reading tastes.
Okay, always nice.
Not a perfect overlap, but enough of one. Oh, what a time. Well, I think I think we're all ready to wrap up because it's been quite a time for me. Thank you so much for joining me, Max.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you to everybody who joined me in the comments throughout the day. You've all been
Hope your
great.
reading went well.
It was great. All right, I'm gonna hit end broadcast. Bye.